and the Restless fans, hopefully you're having a magnificent Monday because over on the Young and the Restless, it is mania for real, and we got to talk about it. First, Victoria thinks that Nikki betrayed her. Adam reveals that he tried to deceive Victor, and Nikki agrees to meet Aunt Jordan, and of course we know that Claire has nefarious reasons. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS soaps, both The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful. This is your Young and the Restless recap for November 13th, and without any further ado, let's talk about this episode. So let's kick things off over at Crimson Lights with Sharon and Nick. Sharon gets a call from Elena, who shares the good news about Chance's health. Sharon now spills the beans to Nicholas about the recent shooting and Chance's involvement. The conversation switches to Victor and how Nick tells Sharon that, yep, he was faking out all of us, hunting for a traitor. However, Sharon automatically thought it was Adam. You know what, Sharon? Don't ask that man for another thing. Help with your mental health, help with your daughter, and help saving your life. Remember all that? Okay, anyway, we also have Nick telling her about the fact that Victor wants him to come back over to Newman Enterprises. And it looked like Sharon decided to let him out easy, saying, hey, this is what you always do. You always look out for your family. So if you need to go back to Newman, it's okay with her. The decision is yours. So now Victoria is on a warpath over at Newman Media. She's going off on her mom. She confronts Nikki about Victor's deception and accusing her of not doing anything to stop it. And the tension between the two of them escalates as Victoria feels betrayed and questions Nikki's loyalty. Wait a minute. Can we back up a little bit to that conversation that Victoria and Nicholas had with Nikki over at Society when they were right the first time about Victor faking his illness and they decided to go along with the plan? Remember that? And at the same time hoping that they can sniff out Adam? Oh yeah, I guess you forgot about that. But because it's Nate and you got Nate's vitamin D on your brain that you don't want to let go, you decide to heat up with this whole explosive of emotions with your mom. No, just deal with it, Victoria. In the midst of all of this family turmoil, Claire interrupts with her emergency. Her aunt broke her arm, and Nikki, showing a softer side, advises Claire to take a few days off to care for her. Claire now reveals herself and her aunt as a secret fan of Nikki's philanthropy and business prowess, adding a touch of unexpected sweetness to this whole chaos. She invites Nikki to meet with her aunt to, I guess, have a cup of tea or whatever. Yeah, go ahead and walk into that one, Nikki, since you think you have a big fan. The one that you should have been suspecting was her instead of fiending after Adam. Speaking of Adam, Adam confronted Victor about his role at the company. Now, the conversation takes a surprising turn as Adam decided to be transparent and confesses his initial plan to dismantle the family company. Now, Victor, the ever strategist, reveals his suspicions and the reasons behind his actions. The dynamic between these two, father and son, take a very complex turn, blending with a little bit of gratitude with lingering distrust because they are exactly alike. Victor and Adam. Adam is Victor 2.0, and as much as they always battle with each other, they still love each other. Then we have an interesting conversation, brother versus brother, where Nick, torn between loyalty to his father and suspicion of his brother, has a candid conversation with Adam. The tension is fierce as Nick remains guarded. Adam, unruffled, sneered at Nick's lack of trust, and of course, this always sets a stage for a complicated relationship between these two siblings because Adam thinks that he will never measure up to this family, and at the same time, Nick says that he'll never trust him. You know what, Nick? How about you get that kidney back? We have another Newman, Victoria Newman. She's still reeling from her confrontation with her mom, Nikki, and grappling with Nate's silence because he is leaving her on red. She's seeking solace over at Neil's lounge. Flashbacks of her fight with Nate reveal the depth of her emotions. Nate says, look, I need to go and figure out what's going on with my family since I'll never be a priority with your family. And of course, Victoria is pondering her next move. Nick Nicholas shows up and pretty much is saying, look, hey, you need to deal with this. Stop trying to put this off on us. Nate was the traitor. Dad fired him. It is what it is. At the same time, Victoria wants to know where Nicholas stands and whether he's coming back to the company. So now in a quieter moment over at Newman Media, Nikki updates Victor on the aftermath of her clash with their daughter Victoria. Now the two of them discusses Claire's now situation and Nikki's upcoming trip to see her sister Casey. She decided that she was going to have Claire ride on the private jet, drop her off, meet up with her Aunt Jordan, which, yeah, I wouldn't do it. But anyway, he says, look, go ahead and spend some time with your family. I'll figure out what's going on here at Newman. I'll deal with Victoria. If she mad, so what? I'll figure it out over here. However, we all know based on the Friday preview that Nikki, I don't know, with that needle to the neck, she might not be coming back anytime soon. Speaking of needle to the neck, the perpetrator Claire, finally at the end of this episode, we see her got plans in motion. We can tell by the look on her face that she is ready to pull some revenge on Nikki Newman. Do you guys feel sorry for Nikki? I mean, I don't want to see nobody get a needle to the neck. However, she was too busy chasing after Adam and trying to be all up in his face with her hollow threats when she should have been doing a deep dive on Claire, kind of like how Audra was. And of course, they left us hanging with that because we never seen what Audra came up with after she did her internet search. So we got to stay tuned for this and everything else in the next episode. Okay, so there you have it. Yeah, the Newman family is navigating these turbulent waters. The stage is set for even more twists and turns in the days to come. So yeah, this was your recap for The Young and the Restless for Monday, November 13th, 2023. Stay tuned for the bold and the beautiful recap also for today. Stay tuned for the next episode where we're going to see what loyalties will be tested, alliances form, and secrets unveiled in this whole crazy world of The Young and the Restless. We'll see you next time, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.